Hello everyone, welcome to your English Kaksha again. In this grammar section, we are going to discuss a very important chapter, that is subject-verb agreement. I have divided this chapter into two parts, and in this video we are going to discuss this chapter as one part. So let's start. Here we will come to know what is subject-verb agreement. The use of verb in a sentence is determined by the number and person of the subject. This is known as subject-verb agreement or subject-verb concord. How the verb is determined by number and person of the subject. Let's see. I have taken two examples here. The child has gone. We are talking here about one child, that is singular. So it means our subject, the child, is singular subject. It is followed with singular verb. It means singular subject is followed with singular verb. All children have gone. All children, plural subject, and is followed with plural verb. Means plural subject will be followed with plural verb. Fine. So that's why according to the number and person of the subject, verb will be determined. We can see how first person, second person and third person are used with the verbs through this table that I am showing you here. When we are talking about first person, what are first person? I and we. According to the tense when we are using there, then I will be used with am, was, have, do. But with do, we will use first form of the verb. Fine. And when we are taking we as the first person, then according to the tense, if we are using that in present tense, then we will use have, or in past tense, were, or do plus first form will be used. Second, if we will use second person, that is you is always followed with first form of the verb. Third person, he, she, it. You are very well aware about it that he, she, it are considered third person. And with these, we will use first form of the verb. But first form of the verb is joined by s or es. And then we make the verb singular. How? We will see in the next slide. They, that is also third person. It is also followed with the first form of the verb. Now see, all the verbs are plural in its origin. As I told you, he, she, it are followed with first form of the verb, but s or es is joined into that verb to make it singular verb. Why I said this? Because all the verbs are plural in its origin. We make them singular by adding s or es into first form of the verb. That is also called root verb. For example, a cat drinks milk. Drinks is not first form. Drink is first form. But we have added here s, and we made this first form singular. Right? So that's why a cat, that is singular subject, is followed with singular form of the verb. Second sentence, cats drink milk. Here cats is plural subject, but with the plural we are taking here first form of the verb. Right? Now see next. I have taken more examples. My friend does not smoke. Does not. It is negative sentence, but my friend, it is singular. We are taking here first form, and along with it we have joined s or es to make do into does. My friends. Friends means plural. Here we are taking first form of the verb. Now next to our interrogative sentences. Does he drink milk? Do they drink milk? Right? Now I will show you some important points. First, when two or more singular subjects joined by and refer to two separate person or thing, take a plural verb. How? Like Mr. and Mrs. Mehra, Mr. and Mrs. They are two. So that are plural subject. And with this plural, we are using here plural verb. Delhi and Mumbai, two cities are here and that are plural. That's why we are using here are. Kishore and his brother, two person. That's why were as a plural verb is used. Next, if two subjects joined by and represent one idea, then singular verb will be taken. How? The poet and singer is dead. Here, the person who was a poet and singer also, he is dead. The horse and the carriage is at the door. Slow and steady wins the race. Next point is, if two singular subjects joined by and are preceded by the words like each, every, either, neither, everyone, nor, or, then the subject will be taken as singular subject, and with that we will follow singular verb. Let's see the examples. First is each day and each hour brings us more joy. Neither of the two girls is beautiful. Next, I have taken more examples. First is either of these two boys is to blame. Second, many a flower is born to blush unseen. Third example is each day is precious. And fourth, each of the boys in the class was given a Christmas present. Next we will see when two or more than two singular subjects are joined by with, together with, and not, besides, not less than, then the subject will be considered singular, and with that we will use singular verb. For example, I am showing you two examples here. The servant together with the master has left. The servant is the singular subject here. That's why it is followed with has. That is singular verb. She and not you is at fault. She, singular subject. Fine. That's why we are using here is. Next, when two subjects are joined by as well as, the verb agrees with the first subject. Listen it very carefully. When two subjects are joined by as well as, then we have to see the first subject, that is before as well as. For example, he as well as. So it means we will take this he as a subject. He is singular subject. That's why we have used here singular verb. He as well as his classmates is hardworking. If it is given like this, his classmates as well as he. So here classmates, it is plural. That's why we are taking here plural verb. The general as well as his soldiers. Here general is singular. So that's why we are using here singular verb. Next, when the certain nouns like news, physics, furniture, measles, etc. that actually seems to be plural in the sense, but in meaning they are singular, and we usually take singular verb with them. How? The news is broadcasted at 8 p.m. Physics is my favorite subject. Measles seems to be a dreaded disease. So in this part we have discussed many points. In the next video we will also see other points that are useful to know about subject-verb agreement. Thank you.